back to ACAMS TV. I am Nicole Ackerman, and it's my honor to be joined with Mr. Stuart Davis. Stuart, thank you for joining me today.
So great to be here.
Thank you. So you have been awarded ACAMS 2019 Professional of the Year, which is a huge honor as it's voted on by your peers. What does this mean for you personally?
Well, first of all, thank you so much for that honor. It's quite a delight to have achieved this. But it really means to me personally, all the lives I've touched and influenced throughout my career, really to make this moment possible. It's really about investing yourself back into other people, and that's what I take away from it.
That's great. Can you share a little about your journey with ACAMS over the past couple of years?
Well, my career with different banks and also my journey with ACAMS really started around 2004. So I've been with this organization a long time. Always a proponent for what we stand for and how we educate and promote AML throughout the industry. More recently, in the past few years, we've been running the Toronto chapter, which is one of the largest chapter organizations in ACAMS, and have put forth a lot of great content on some emerging topics like cryptocurrencies and cannabis, as these are very important areas in Canada in particular.
That's amazing. What would you say drives the chapter?
I think it's the interest of people first and foremost, in learning and staying at the cusp of what's happening in the industry. But it's really that opportunity to network and build the relationships that make our chapter what it is today. They say Canadians are friendly, and that's true. And we really like getting together and being, one team driving the cause.
Yes, you're very friendly.
I'm not Canadian, by the way.
Oh. Well, I'm curious. Out of all the professions out there, what made you get into financial compliance?
I think it's the intrigue. It's in the space we're really seeing a convergence of, even more so now, technology, AI, the math and the science, along with the just understanding human behavior and really catching the bad guy. Those inspirations have been with me for a long time throughout my career. Probably started with a childhood fascination in the Hardy Boy books and that investigative side of things.
Very cool. Can you tell us a little bit about Project Protect?
Absolutely. I'm very proud of all the work that's been done in Canada on Project Protect, and the fact that the banks have come together with the regulators to focus on anti-human trafficking efforts and really make a difference in terms of the reports that we file, the arrests that have resulted in the industry, but it's really the awareness. The awareness is the number one thing, that human trafficking is happening, and we need to address it as part of our duty to our communities and to society.
Good. Why do you think it's critical for the public and private sector to work together?
The collaboration really helps achieve the goals of anti-money laundering. If you don't know what you don't know, how do you stop it? So, what we see in media today is just a tip of the iceberg of what's really going on behind the scenes. And the intelligence FIUs have good insights to what's going on, and their ability to share and collaborate with the banks so that we can all do our job better and really make an impact is key. There are regulatory obstacles to that, though, and not in many countries, including Canada, the communication can only go one way. And we're working to improve not only the ability of the governments to communicate back with banks, but also for banks to be able to communicate in a way that regards privacy but really advances protecting the whole system, especially where there are illegal crimes and predicate offenses that need to be reported.
Good. So you recently co-wrote an article for ACAMS Today about digital identity. Could you tell us the top 3 things we should know about digital identity?
Well, first of all, it's here to stay, it's coming, get ready for it. It's a little more complicated than what we think in terms of traditional identity, and digital identity is going to change the way we verify people. It's going to change the way that we access credentials, and I think in many regards increase the security and the level of protection that can be afforded to individuals so that they take back ownership of their information rather than having it being exposed within the World Wide Web, as we might say today.
So you've been a presenter and attendee at many of our conferences over the years. How have you seen the attendee profile evolve?
Well, there's a definite level of maturity that's come into the organization, and the skill set of all the attendees as well as the speakers continues to rise year over year. A lot of the advanced certifications that ACAMS now offers are great initiatives for the overall organization, but they really bring up the professional expertise of the community. that's exciting for me, especially as we see focus on advanced topics like modeling and AI and so now these new emerging areas.
You might have already answered my last question, but circling back to the theme of this conference, the future is now, what are some trends that are here to stay?
Well, I think we're going to start seeing the more emergence of digital currencies as one area of focus. There are a lot of central banks that are actively exploring this on a global basis, so we can't think of ourselves any longer in just a North American context. We need to take that broader global view. A huge focus on anti-trafficking and exploitation, a real passion area of mine. What can we do as an industry to make that as important as we do ATF or anti-terrorist financing? Let's put some focus on where we can truly make a difference in many, many lives, and ATE, as I like to call it, or anti-trafficking and exploitation, is an area I really want to see the industry grow in.
That's wonderful. Mr. Stuart Davis, thank you so much for joining us today.
Well, thank you for having me. Appreciate it so much.
Thank you.